Hello, my name is Pamela Byce, and I am the Assistant Dean and Executive Director at the Center for Animal Law Studies at Lewis and Clark Law School. And I'm really excited today to be having a conversation with Assistant Professor Raj Reddy and Joyce Tischler, who is a Professor of Practice with us at the Center for Animal Law Studies. Welcome.
Thank you, Pam.
so much.
So there's great news to share that you two will be co-leading our Animal Law Clinic next academic year.
Yes.
That's wonderful news. It's a great opportunity for our students, for the Center for Animal Law Studies, and of course for you two. I know you're both really excited about it. So let's just dive right in, and I'll start with you, Joyce. Can you share with us a little bit about the Animal Law Clinic and specifically how it fits into the robust history here at Lewis and Clark Law School?
The Animal Law Clinic was started in 2008 when the Center for Animal Law Studies started here at Lewis and Clark. And the clinic was an important piece, and still is, of what we offer to students who come to Lewis and Clark.
Wonderful. Turning to you next, Raj, can you share with us a bit about what type of work the students will be engaging in through the Animal Law Clinic?
Yeah, as a comprehensive clinical experience, students will be engaging in policy work, administrative law. We'll be also supporting litigation being brought by other organizations, supporting sort of the academic growth of the field, and so much more.
What will the students gain from taking the Animal Law Clinic, and how will it help them develop their legal skills? Joyce?
When you're in class, as we all know, you're reviewing decisions, right? Mm-hmm. You've read the decision, and now the teacher is helping you to analyze the decision. In the clinic, it's on the ground. You are representing clients, and so you're meeting with clients, and you're learning all the skills involved to meeting and serving clients. And that's really exciting. I mean, when students graduate law school, they don't have a lot of on-the-ground skills unless they have clerked or taken a clinic. And this clinic is where they're going to get those experiential, on-the-ground skills.
I love that, and I think it's something that's going to be really fantastic for our students, because as you say, we go to law school and we spend a lot of time in the course room, but it's going to be wonderful to do a lot of this real-world experience that they all really want to take part in.
Right.
And so at the Center for Animal Law Studies, our mission, as you both know, is to educate and train students, and also, of course, to advance the protection for animals. So how do you envision the Animal Law Clinic translating into a real-world positive impact for animals?
Students will be developing projects in which they are dealing with clients who come to them with an issue, and they have to look at that issue as an attorney would. They have to think through, they have to analyze, they have to apply the reasoning that they've developed through classes. But it's real world now. It matters. Somebody's going to be able to use this to further the interests of animals, as whatever the client is doing to further the interest of animals. And so it's a step further than we take in the classroom. They'll be under our watchful eyes, and so they can make mistakes. Making mistakes is important. It's how we learn to be lawyers. Mm-hmm. And the clinic will give them that somewhat terrifying but wonderful opportunity to do well, to learn from mistakes, to learn from what goes well. It'll just be so much more real.
That's fantastic. So we all know, and we've all heard of, attorney-client privilege.
Yes.
And with this exciting work, are we going to be able to follow your work and what the students are doing in a way that doesn't violate any sort of attorney-client privilege?
Yes, absolutely. There are certain aspects of the projects that we take on that we won't be able to talk about in order to preserve that privilege. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that CALS is great at doing is publicizing the great work that we do, and whether it's biannual or annual reports, we're hoping to make a lot of our successes public, and it's how students will be interested more deeply in the work that we do, more interested students coming to Lewis and Clark, and really inuring to the benefit of animals ultimately.
Yeah.
So building on that a bit, if someone wants to learn more about the Animal Law Clinic or what we do at the Center for Animal Law Studies, or they're thinking they want to go to law school to advocate for animals, and they want to learn more about all the things we do, How would one go about doing that?
Yeah. I think the best resource is just going to our main website, centerforanimallawstudies.org. And, within that page, you can find, subsections that deal with everything that we do. And, just because we're talking about the clinic, we have an experiential tab in which you can learn about, the ins and outs of the animal law clinic, some of the work that we're doing, how to apply. It's really a one-stop shop.
Wonderful. And I don't know if you all know this, I'm guessing most people watching this do know this, that we refer to Joyce Tischler in our movement as the mother of animal law. It's an endearing term. And you've done so much and you've had such an impact in your career. What are you most excited about when you think about next year and working with students in Raj in the Animal Law Clinic?
What I love about being at the Center for Animal Law Studies, and I'm going to love it even more with the clinic, is that we are training the next generation of animal law advocates. And I think of that as a big part of my legacy. I call us Gen 1, those of us who are way back in 1979 and through the 80s. And Gen 1's job was to lay a foundation, try to lay as strong and solid a foundation as we could, and then pass it to Gen 2 to build on that foundation. And I am so proud of our students who go out into the world, take what we've taught them, and then create great new laws, great new cases. It's so exciting. So with the clinic, we're just digging even deeper in doing that. And that's a big part of my legacy as I see it.
A really inspiring answer. And Raj, would you like to add anything?
No, I think, Joyce really captured it. If I would echo, just one thing, it's being able to capacitate our students. And I see the clinic as, this transitional moment where they get to put into practice under sort of our tutelage, under our guidance, the substantive knowledge that they've gained through our, dozen and a half, animal law courses, and, this transition point to doing the practice and getting them in position to make a significant contribution to these animal protection organizations, like the one that Joyce co-founded, so many years ago.
Great.
Go Animal Law Clinic.
Well, thank you both for your time. I know we're all very excited to see what you'll accomplish next year, what the students will accomplish, and what kind of advancements we all can make for animals as we work through our animal law courses and the legal education system. So thank you for joining me, and perhaps in a year from now, you'll come back and we can talk about everything that you did in the academic year.
Happy
Thanks
to.
so much.
Thank you.